Hey y'all, I'm currently outside while I'm filming this video, plus it's raining, so it's probably going to be kind of shit audio, but bear with me because the future videos won't be like this. I just wanted to kind of really quickly touch on this subject. One of my subscribers was sweet enough to send me a video about some woman reading somebody else's experience of being in recovery with Eugenia Cooney, and this was back in 2019. Now, I have said it in a couple of my older videos, y'all. You cannot excuse away shitty behavior just because somebody has a mental illness. And if you are excusing away shitty behavior just because somebody has a illness, how far are you willing to excuse behaviors? Like, how far can that person go before you draw the line and say, enough is enough? Now, the person who did come out and speak about being in recovery with Eugenia Cooney did say that they wanted to stay anonymous, which for obvious reasons, there could be a lot of legal repercussion, even if they are just speaking about their experience. Eugenia Cooney and her mom could quite literally just slap them with some type of defamation or something. But anyway, with that being said, I want to get into this clip and react to it because I feel like, and I had made a community post about this earlier saying, it's really answering a lot of questions that we've always had, like how is she behind closed doors? And the answer is quite literally toxic. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the video.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be discussing Eugenia Cooney. I had a follower reach out to me who was in the treatment facility that she was in 2019. My follower wants to remain anonymous. They just wanted to share their experience with everyone, and I've been sitting on this for a minute, and I think it is the right time to share this with everything that's been going on with her. All of this is alleged, okay? It's all alleged. You know, I don't want anybody to come for me or for her.
With that being said, this video isn't going to be for everybody. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and there's going to be a lot of people who criticize or even question the validity of what this woman is saying. We don't really know for certain if she was in the treatment center. It's just what she is alleging. So with that being said, move forward, forming your own opinion from here. But also don't come after this woman, her channel, or anybody else who is following her, trying to dig up information on who this person was, because they do wish to be anonymous. And with that being said as well, if you're going to send hate to anybody, do not send hate to any of these parties who are speaking about this experience, or for Tender Slug for sharing the experience.
Okay, their email starts. Hi, I was in the same treatment center with Eugenia in 2019, and she made everyone's life a living hell. I am much older than she is. At that time, I only had a vague understanding of what a YouTuber really was. I was not aware of Eugenia's internet presence until I finished the treatment program. Then I fell down the rabbit hole into her very bizarre world. She truly played the victim during her stay, when in fact, she was the problem the entire stay of the treatment center. The person I met at the facility and what she portrays online are polar opposites. I was actually there about a month before she arrived. It really upset me to hear her saying that everyone in there was crazy and yelling and she was scared to be there. This infuriates me that for 4 years she has been playing the innocent, sweet victim. She was the one mostly who was making a scene.
Do y'all remember when Eugenia Cooney did get out of that rehab facility? She ended up doing that whole documentary with Shane Dawson where Katie Morton, another YouTuber who I think she's a psychiatrist, was also involved with that. Eugenia ended up doing a video with Katie Morton for her own YouTube channel, kind of talking about her whole experience being 5150'd and what it was like inside of the facility. And I do remember her talking about how people there was basically like, it wasn't all just for EDs. It was more so for like, she was making it seem like it was like a mental ward, you know? So yeah, I remember her talking about in that video how people were screaming and like banging their heads on walls, and like it freaked her out and she didn't want to be there, and it actually like made it worse for her at the time. But in this video, they're actually going to be explaining that Eugenia was a part of the problem at the facility with how she made people walk on eggshells around her and her mistreatment of the staff and other people at that facility. And it's just, it's interesting. So with that being said, let's just continue with the video.
She truly acted like a spoiled brat who's never been told no. She would regularly have tantrums and outbursts. She refused to comply with anything staff asked of her. She wouldn't even make her bed because she claimed she didn't know how to. She was wheeled into the facility, hooked up to a feeding tube. She stayed that way for a few days because she refused to eat with the rest of us. She had a really high and mighty attitude, like she didn't belong there, but was arguably the sickest person in there.
Y'all, I know this is like a dark clip, but listen, y'all remember that one time where Eugenia was on a stream and somebody had brought up the fact that she's like promoting Anna and like can't believe that she's making money like that or something, and she was like, I make more money than you though. And she also said that one other, it was somebody else who did I think content pretty much, I don't know what kind of content, but she was saying how basically they make like no views and she gets like a shit ton more views than them, and she said how she'd rather be in her position than be them where they go to stream and they only get like 5 viewers. And I was like, holy shit, she really did have like this high and mighty personality, and you can tell she usually does think that she's better than other people, and being friends with Jeffree Star kind of just gives her that validity that she's better than other people, which she's not. I'm not saying that she is. I hope y'all get what I'm saying.
She didn't really talk to us much. Her high, squeaky voice was only used when she wanted something from staff, and if they told her no, she would instantly switch off the charm back to what I call her dark mode. I only spoke to her a few times in passing. She sat at the lunch table across from me, and she was roommates with a girl I had gotten close to in the center. She demanded to have a separate room, and she made my friend's life miserable, screaming and throwing things at night. They did end up separating them and putting Eugenia in an isolation room to keep her safe. I want to make this clear. She was never violent towards her or anyone, and I truly don't think she would have ever done anything to hurt anyone. This seemed more like her attempt of attention seeking. I think she was most upset that they took her phone, and she would constantly complain and argue with staff about it.
I said this in a couple videos before, so I think one of Eugenia's biggest problems and enablement is social media. She needs that validation, and it is sad. I think it's a very toxic relationship that she does have with social media. And again, I did say this in a prior video where her supporters are the true enablers, because they're the one who get on there and they say, oh, you're so beautiful, even though she is currently decaying. And it's a very sad thing, but people are still validating her like she's good, she's okay. Keep doing your live streams, keep doing your thing, like you're doing great, sweetie. And that's not the case. I just want to clarify as well, because I've seen a couple people making like literal Reddit threads and talking about on Twitter how I just want to deplatform her so damn bad. It's not that I want to deplatform her. I just want her to get a healthier relationship with social media. I don't think that she needs to be pushing pro-Anna content. I think if she does want to continue down that route, she needs to go ahead and put it behind a paywall to where people don't have to be subjected to that if they don't want to be subjected to that. But back to when I initially said she needed to be off of social media, it wasn't because I wanted to take away her voice. It was because she needed that time off of social media to truly kick into a recovery mode and want to do better for herself. But instead, she keeps falling back into social media and getting validation from her enablers, supporters. Deb as well. She has played such a huge role in encouraging Eugenia Cooney to act shitty, because y'all remember back in the day when she did that Draw My Life video, she was saying how the counselors pulled her aside, said that they were worried for her, and they even said that she had an obsession with Bratz dolls. And her mom, instead of, taking the counselor's advice to not giving her more Bratz dolls, took her to Toys R Us and let her purchase a shit ton of them, just because why not? Why not enable your daughter into a downward spiral? Like, way to go, Deb.
She complained about the food consistently. She was very rude to staff. She would consistently throw tantrums when she didn't get what she wanted, or when a staff member wouldn't tend to her every need. In general, she was very blunt, rude, and monotone when she spoke. It seemed she struggled with social skills and eye contact. I understand that, like myself and everyone there, she was struggling with an eating, but her behavior was horrendous and inexcusable, and really made it next near impossible for the staff members, which, by the way, were amazing, compassionate people. I have nothing but good things to say about them. She wreaked havoc the entire time she was there. It's no wonder she immediately relapsed. Her bubbly, happy, sweet persona is definitely a farce. Her dark side came out when suddenly no one treated her with kid gloves like they do online. I was in absolute disbelief that the girl in the treatment center with me is the same person I see online. She definitely looked a lot different, with very short hair and no makeup.
Again, I just want to say that everything is allegedly so far in this video because this woman does wish to stay anonymous. And again, I don't want to have any type of legal repercussions for speaking about this. But at the same time, y'all, I just think that that is very interesting that we are getting somebody who's actually speaking out about their experience with Eugenia Cooney behind closed doors, where obviously there was no phones, there was no filming. And I think as well, a lot of us have seen the dark side of Eugenia come out during live streams. I know I sure have. And it's just very interesting to think that she tries her best to put on this bubbly, nice girl persona, and it's all bullshit. I want to touch as well on that no hair, or the short hair and no makeup comment. Oh my god, no hair, that would be so sad. But okay, so she was saying that she was like almost unrecognizable online versus in the facility treatment because one, of course, she uses filters when she does go on camera and live streams. Two, she does a heavy amount of makeup, like super glamorized makeup, so it's super heavy and caked up on her face, hides a lot of the physical features that you would be able to see without the makeup, including the skin tone, which isn't healthy. We've seen multiple camera or filter fells that she's had on camera, and it's always very shocking to see them. But then just really quickly, the comment about her having short hair, which is really interesting because we've always seen Eugenia Cooney with super long hair. She's always had hair past her shoulders. So I'm just wondering if possibly maybe she had a lot of extensions or even possibly just a wig to hide the fact that her hair was possibly falling out and breaking off due to the fact that she did have a disorder. So that's just interesting as well, and something else I want to kind of think about a little bit and get y'all's opinion. I've seen a lot of people call out that she's had tape extensions in, so yeah, I just think that's interesting as well.
Aside from that, her demeanor was very unsettling. Everyone walked on eggshells around her. I don't want anyone to come for me, so I'd like to stay anonymous. But I feel like her supporters and everyone on the internet needs to know her true colors and what she put the staff, myself, the other girls through who were trying to heal from our disorders and made it so difficult during our stay there. And this is just a little footnote at the end. It says, which, by the way, allegedly was why she was released so soon after she was admitted to the treatment center. Supposedly, they just couldn't handle her.
Basically, how many days were you there? Sorry.
I ended up actually getting able to leave a day early because my mom ended up.
So you're there for 2 nights?
Yeah, but it felt like forever.
I just want to say firsthand that this is all allegedly, y'all, just because, again, for legal reasons, this is just an alleged experience. But I want to get y'all's alleged thoughts about this because I just think that it's allegedly crazy. See, I'm not just protecting myself, y'all. I'm protecting you as well. But me personally, one thing that I've never really been able to find is anybody speaking out about Eugenia Cooney, like from firsthand experiences that they've had. And I don't know if she has like a team that goes through the internet and just combs through that motherfucker like a lice comb, looking for the little lice and picking out anything that speaks negatively about her, anybody speaking out about past experiences, because I just can never find them. I remember, and I even made a video about this, I'm pretty sure I had privated it on my channel, but if y'all want to see it, let me know, and I can unprivate that video and even link it in the description box to this one down below. Eugenia Cooney had old Facebook videos that had ended up being archived by somebody. I guess they had found it before she had swiped them, and it was her being very rude towards, I'm assuming, one of her classmates at the time, because it was videos she was sending back and forth to her friend that were public videos on her Facebook account at the time again. And it was her basically being very rude, talking to this girl, saying they don't like her, this, that, and the third. And it was just like a weird, bizarre video because she definitely came across like she was one of the bullies, but she claimed that she was bullied in school. But from what I've seen in the video, she was the one doing the bullying. I don't know if y'all have made it this far in the video, but if you did, I forgot to say this at the very beginning of it. Hit that like button, please, and hit that subscribe button just if you would like to stick around to see more content, because I am going to be producing a lot more in the future. I'm going to be here for a minute, so if you would like to stick around, hit that subscribe button. But if you don't want to hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit the comment section and let me know what you thought about this entire video. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Do y'all think that this person is just like speaking out of their ass? But the thing too, like if they were just speaking out of their ass, I'm sure that they would have just like created a TikTok or something. It's not like they're doing this for clout because they're wishing to stay anonymous. So I don't know. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm sorry it was pretty short and I really didn't say too much that I wanted to say throughout this video. It was kind of a very rushed thing. But with that being said, again, I apologize for the audio throughout the video. I'm sure it was very cracky. And again, my thoughts and wording was probably all over the place. I was very busy today, and I started doing this video in the bits in between my day that wasn't that busy. So I need coffee. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next damn video.